Here's how I started the Beyond Burgers. I'm not really, I don't really know how to cook these, so it says 4 minutes per side to an internal temp of 165. I'm almost there, both in time and temperature, I'm guessing. I'm hoping, anyway. So this is my first 5, and I have a total of 16, so 11 more to do for the vegetarians, and then these go into the freeze dryer. Hello everyone, and welcome to batch 249 in the freeze dryer. This one has to be a quick one because my battery is almost dead. What I did here was the Beyond Burgers that I got for my vegetarian family that I prep for. And on each tray, I had 8 Beyond Burgers. Trays 1 and 2, they were cooked. Trays 3 and 4, they were raw. So obviously those are the cooked, and they smell so good. And I was nibbling on the little crispy things that fell off whenever I was cooking them, and these are good burgers. My daughter and I are going to actually rehydrate these, so that'll be in a future video, but this is how they turned out. They're just light, no grease, because they're a vegetable patty. So that was the cooked one, and then there's what the raw one looks like. That's how they come. And I had saved the cryo pack that they come in, and I was going to slide that in here, and it did fit, but it was just a little awkward. So it was unshaping the bag. So then I cut the edges off, and then it fit in there nicer. But then I realized by using those, it takes up a little more space, and I'm careful with my space. But also once they're in there, then they became too movable, and then I thought the burgers would just slide, like the top one could end up going down over the bottom one and break anyway. So I just opted to do them without, although these ones I did put some waxed paper in between them, actually wrapped them in waxed paper, just one wrapping. And that's it. And let me show you how I'm packing those up and the notes. We'll go with the notes first. I think when we see these notes, I think these are pretty much this is the most expensive batch that I can think of. I could probably go back, because I do go all the way back to batch 1 in this book. But here we are at batch 249, trays 1 and 2 cooked, 3 and 4 raw, 8 Beyond Burgers per tray. Now they did shrink up a little bit. They were a little more crowded than this. I couldn't fit 10 on there prior to, but obviously now I could. So I'd say that's a little much shrinkage. But anyway, this was actually $15 for every 8 burgers. So this batch in the freeze dryer was $60. Actually, I guess I could say I have spent that much more when I do a big batch of like zuppa toscana or something like that. But then we also have like the whole 18 or 20 quarts of soup will cost that much, but then we have a lot that we eat and then we freeze dry. So this was just the most expensive load that got freeze dried. Here we have it my freeze dryer ran for 74 hours and 50 minutes. Of that, 29 hours was added time. So it would have stopped at 45 hours and 40 minutes, except if you recall, in the beginning, I always add 17 hours because I switch my last dry cycle to 24 hours because I'm always going to add extra time anyway. Now, I really was ready to do these, but my grandson moved a heck of a lot closer. He's now going to the elementary school that my kids and I went to. He'll go 2 days a week, but we had to reset up all his cyber schooling. And I keep calling it homeschooling when in reality it's not homeschooling, it's cyber schooling. Homeschooling, from what I understand, is not this complicated. There's not this many people involved. So we had to do that, and then I had to call the school quite a few times today. And well, that's just my excuse. I'm always adding time. Let me show you how these look bagged up, and then we'll be done. This is the 4 burgers are going in a half-gallon bag. I could have probably put them in one of these long 5x13 bags, but I didn't want to take the risk on them cracking on the side. So in here is 4, and after I get the 4 in the half-gallon bag, there, I folded it down to show you. That's all the space it takes up. I could probably squeeze 2 more in here, but I'm not. And, oh, don't fall. I know. So there's 4 raw, and over here we have 2 cooked. So I did 4 and 2. And because we're rehydrating some of these, is the reason I'm going to leave some of these in 2 packs. And not only that, if I like to have a variety of choices. If time comes when we need these packs of burgers, hey, do you want a 4-pack or do you want a 2-pack? Or, there's just a lot of variety. So I think you understand. So, and then here is what I have, because I may not have 20 packs of those burgers. I think I'll be close though, but then I will also end up doing this parboiled rice. And since I was finally able to order my oxygen absorbers, they are not back ordered anymore. They're all in. I went ahead and used some of my, packed some of this in 1-pound packages, but then I have them also in 2 pounds. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably end up doing 40 bags of Mylar this evening instead of just the 20 that I like to do, because I had a 25-pound box of this parboiled rice to pack up. So that's it. That was batch 249 in the freeze dryer, and I'll get this done, and then I think I'm just going to do some more raw or maybe cooked beef burgers. I'm not sure what goes in here next, and let me know in the comments. As always, am I crazy for spending that much money on vegetarian burgers? No, you don't have to tell me I am. I know I am, but you know what? When you love people, you do crazy things for them. And did have somebody tell me, in a SHTF scenario, I think your daughter will be glad to have meat. And she might. She might. But if it's a short scenario, like 6 months to a year, I think I have enough put by for her to just, maintain her vegetarianism. And I think she'll appreciate that. I know I would. So, okay, let me know. What did you prep today? Be blessed, everyone.